halls of medicine. Remember the halls of medicine? The commercials for Hall's cough drops. Remember that? Remember the commercial? Remember the TV commercial for Halls that used to go? Had people standing there, and they had that funny sound. It was a TV commercial for Halls, and a person was standing there, and it was for like the vapor action, the vapor action sound. And they had like these wisps of vapor in front of them. They were standing there, and there would be like these wisps of vapor in the air, and there was this sound that went. Remember that? And the person be sitting there going, I can breathe again. All for a product that didn't even work. Seriously, cough drops don't work. They don't. They don't accomplish anything. They don't do anything. They don't work. But of course, the manufacturers of cough drops, of course, keep lobbying lawmakers to ban medicine that actually does work, just so they could sell their product that doesn't work. But remember those commercials? Remember the later commercial? Later on they had the commercials for Halls of Medicine. This is a few years later. Where I remember the old commercials of the vapor action going. They always used, this is around 1983 when they used to have this. And they used to show it during Casey Kasem's TV show. And I remember it was like a young couple going into a store, and the guy says to his girlfriend, "Doesn't this bread smell great?" They go into like a bakery or something. The guy says, "Doesn't this bread smell great?" The guy's girlfriend says, "I can't smell anything. My nose is all stopped up from this terrible cold." So why are they out going around, going into bakeries and spreading it everywhere? That's the thing. These commercials, they encourage people to go out and spread germs everywhere. And they used to have a radio commercial too that did the same thing. And they used to run it during American Top 40. Remember that? And remember, have a Halls, have a helmet. Remember that? That was another one. And remember how later on, this is like, I remember around like 1993. This is like 10 years after all that stuff. I remember they had the Halls of Medicine. They had another TV commercial for the Halls of Medicine. It would show a person walking down the hall, and there would be like a bunch of like animated faces on the wall, popping out and coughing and going, and they say, "Well, you need the Halls of Medicine." Remember that? Remember that? It was ridiculous. But I wonder how they managed to get those visible wisps of vapor in front of the person's face in the older ones, in the commercials from the 80s. They used to have those visible wisps of vapor. I wonder how they got the commercial to do that. Because usually if you see somebody using cough drops, they don't have like these plumes of vapor in front of their faces. You don't see people walking down the street with plumes of vapor in front of their faces. You just don't. It's a physical impossibility. And you don't hear a sound. Like if somebody uses a cough drop, you don't hear a sound that goes. So does that mean we can sue Halls for false advertising because that stuff doesn't happen in real life? Now I just got more email here. So okay, so at least I accomplished something today because I think it was yesterday when this happened. Yesterday, the Republicans in the Kentucky House introduced a so-called right-to-work bill, which is a fascist bill. It is, but it has 28 Republican sponsors, though. But they introduced this right-wing bill, and like they think they expect to run on that and win support over that. So I posted a bunch of notices of it on some Occupy pages on Facebook, and now people are sharing those. Somebody said I posted it on Occupy Cincinnati, and I posted it on Occupy Lexington, Occupy Frankfurt, Occupy Louisville. I posted it, I think, maybe even Occupy Evansville. I think I posted like one of the Occupy Appalachia pages. I posted on Occupy Campbell County. I posted it on even on the Stop Right to Work in Missouri page. So now people are sharing it, and they said, "Right to Work for Less bill introduced again in Kentucky. Time to take action." So I wonder what the Republican Party of Kentucky has a Facebook page too. I wonder what they're bragging about it. Of course, I'm not surprised by this. I went on their page, and of course they're bragging about it. And the Republican Party of Kentucky on their Facebook page, they're bragging about introducing a right to work bill. And then somebody responded to it, and they said, "Nothing like pissing away a chance to take over the House. So hard to be a member of this group that just doesn't get it." And I'm going to respond to it. I'm going to put, "The decline of the Republican Party continues." I ought to put the decline of the Republican Party continues in earnest. They put out a big press release. It says, "Kentucky GOP chair celebrates House Republicans' right to work measure." So now two of the three responses to it are negative on their own webpage, no less. So that's the story of the right to work bill and the halls of medicine.